Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Maria from Under the Night Moon, and I'm here to do flip throughs for you of these just really beautiful, super inspirational, totally packed full of goodness journals that I made just sort of to kind of just, sometimes I like to just work with papers and textiles to clear my mind, especially when I've made like very decadent journals. So that is what these are, and they're intended for you to hopefully unwind as well and have fun with textures, papers. I have all kinds of samples in here for you to play with. They're kind of like like an inspirational pack all in a book. So I'm going to flip through so you can kind of see what I mean. And I made 4 of them. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen I just did a reel of all 4 of them. There are 2 pink and 2 blue. They're all very, very similar. So I'm going to go through one whole book with you, and then I'll show you the differences. But first, let me just show you these are wallpaper sample books. Sorry, I probably should have said that. So 2 are made with this really beautiful pastel pink wallpaper with this gorgeous scallop trim. And then 2 are made using one of my favorite wallpapers. I don't use it a lot because I don't have a lot, but it's this really beautiful matte blue Jacobin style print, and it's floral. These are very floral inspired, spring-like. These would be great garden journals. But so 2 blue and 2 pink, and I'll show you the covers and everything as we go. But first I'm going to flip through, because I already have it untied, is the first pink one. So in the Etsy listings, you can go by the gem, and they each have a really beautiful, very loved jewelry repurposed piece. And this was probably a necklace that was also a brooch, because it has room for a chain and a pin. But neither are there, so I just tied it on using some metallic thread, and so that's a way for you to distinguish. And the other pink one has this jewelry piece as well, and this, I don't know, it must have been a brooch at one point. Very sparkly and fun to add. Okay, so wait, let me just make my clothing a little prettier to look at, because it's cold here today. Thankfully my hands are warm, but ooh, is it cold. Okay, so each one has this really beautiful pale blue clothespin, and I decorated it with some washi, and that's a little lemon print on there, which again, these are very spring, very floral. And in terms of the book itself, these were inspired recently because I was asked to put together like a package of goodies for someone, and I had so much fun that I kind of turned that idea into a journal, meaning giving you a bunch of supplies to play with, like, you know, some yardage here of this really beautiful pale yellow rose ribbon, and that's basically the theme. Hope I am making sense. And then I wanted to inspire you with my scrap tags. I made these a long time ago, and I thought it would be fun to add one to each book, and it's just scraps of papers that I have here in my studio that I've made into these little tags. This one I embellished for the cover with some ribbons and the sparkly piece, but that's just to give you inspiration. But you could also, of course, journal on the back if this is for a special event. Maybe you're planning an Easter time trip. It could be fun to write maybe where you went, the date, and so on the back of this card. Or you can certainly put it anywhere in the journal. So each book has one of those, and they're all blank. They're all made with scraps, and they're all blank on the other side for journaling. and they all have the ribbon and that. All of the books have this little index pocket card, and I'm going to take everything out so you can see it, because there's a lot going on in this book, and I purposely just packed it full of stuff, mainly to inspire you, like I said, and then also to give you plenty of things to play with, like wallpaper, different papers, etc. So I made this index card, and I stitched this really beautiful wallpaper on. And there's also watercolor paper in this book in case you want to maybe do some paintings of some of the florals. Little pocket, little wallpaper pocket. You've got the back of the index card to journal on, and then I did have some fun with my inks, and I stamped a sweet little bird on there. There's a little piece of pretty lace, but then in the pocket is beautiful Amity Bloom paper, lots of hand stamping in this book, and then just a selection of laces, ribbons, really pretty floral fabrics and laces that are in my studio. And I sewed very simply with just a little knot in the back. So if you want to take these off and use these throughout the book, you can just snip the little string here, and you've got all of these fun laces to play with. Or of course you can just keep this like a fun little tag journal on the back. But again, I just wanted to make sure you had plenty of things to play with. And then in the rest of the pockets are gorgeous Anna Griffin papers, beautiful wallpapers, really pretty scrapbooking papers for inspiration. Of course, anything that was spring related, I wanted to add it to this book. And then also, if you are vacationing, like my sister right now is in Florida, which I am jealous, but I thought this note paper is so pretty. I love the purple, I love the shell, so I gave you a piece of that. And then on the other side, behind the little birdie, are just some really fun papers that are from my stash. Gorgeous little bunny paper for Easter. Some beautiful Maggie Holmes. And then, because it's a wallpaper sample book, more wallpapers. This is vintage. And I just love the orange rose. I had the red rose too, but the orange I just felt looked so pretty. And then this is some Tim Holtz wallpaper. And that's just a fun little tab or tag that you can punch a hole and hang, or just put like a little picture of a pet behind those. I think would always be so cute. So that is just what's on the cover of each book. Has that attached with the clothespin and the yardage of ribbon. And then the pink book has this gorgeous, like a very minty kind of sage fabric. And then the blue one, well, I'll show you when I flip through the blue one. And then inside, the pink book has the blue stripes. All the books have the pom-pom trim, but the pink book has the lace, and it's a double layer of lace and insertion trim behind there. And then a beautiful piece of the green toile wallpaper. Some really gorgeous, super durable Anna Griffin garden paper. Some more Maggie Holmes, more wallpaper, and then just a cute little bun for Easter. And I love, love, love this little bunny. And these do stay with the clothespin. And then the first page is another really beautiful Anna Griffin floral. Very sturdy, heavy-duty card. And this gorgeous green on the inside. Just embracing colors in this book. Again, if it's for inspiration, you've got lots of colors to inspire. Some gorgeous vellum, which I always love how delicate the vellum makes everything look. There are tabs and little ribbons to help you find your way. Each book has a really beautiful vintage millinery snippet. And I just put this on a little tag to sort of inspire you. Maybe you have a floral, you know, like a corsage that you've been holding on to. Wouldn't it be really pretty to just attach it to a tag to a book? Yeah, and so I gave you one of those attached to the paper clip. This is my favorite wallpaper of all time. So I gave you a really pretty piece of this. I just love the yellow, the colors. This is some fun printed William Morris paper. And then on the other side of here, I wanted you to have some vintage things to play with. And I have been going through my vintage, so you've got a full dictionary page here with pictures. This, I don't remember where I got this, but I have a whole pad of them, and it's just a deposit slip from a bank. And I don't know the date on here, but it looks pretty old. And then this I found at a scrap place in Ann Arbor, which I absolutely love. The script on here, it's like a receipt book. It's really, really old. Love the typography on there. And then a piece of shorthand, which I actually saw another artist. She has such a fun channel. She uses the shorthand, so that's what inspired me to get this book. Willow House, 507 Willow House. Leslie is her name. She's super fun channel. So 507 Willow House if you want to check out her channel. And then some really beautiful 1930s wallpaper here, and it's got silver, and I love the red and white. It's so pretty. So a piece of that, and these all just go behind this paper clip, and just some fun things for you to collage with. I also, oops, sorry. I'm holding this up because I wanted you to see the embossed floral on this card. It's so pretty, and it's so spring. It's like little violets or forget-me-nots. And so I just put one of these cards in. Plus it's embossed all the way around, and it has the scallop trim, which I love. Anything scallop. But yeah, so vintage greeting card. It says thank you, but it's so pretty. Hopefully you got to see that. Then on the other side, I just made a little pocket, some more wallpaper, some embossed lavender cardstock, another little bun, a piece of flocked cardstock here, which is kind of velvety, super pretty. Again, just more things for you to play with. This book will come also with another envelope full of papers and things for you to have fun with. I really, you know, this kind of book I could keep going forever, just filling. So it's always fun to add an extra book for you of things to play with. So that will come with these books as well. Really beautiful robin's egg blue cardstock. And then this is some wrapping paper that I had fun. I just doubled it up for durability, made it a little pocket, and then in the pocket is a piece of acetate. And let me see what I have to kind of show you. It's got butterflies. And I don't know, maybe on my hand is best. You can see the butterfly pattern on there. And then I wrapped, because it's acetate, it won't really stick. So I wrapped around some of my favorite washi tapes for you. Some more lemons and this really pretty floral. And I've been wanting to add washi tapes to my journals for a while, so it's really fun to do that and to have the acetate. So when I found the butterfly acetate was just the perfect match. So yeah, so that just goes in there. And then, you know, that might inspire you to pick up some washi tape. Maybe if you see some, you know, it's always fun just to add a little bit. You can use it as a flip like I do all the time in my books. So again, just wanting to inspire you mainly to have fun with this art journal book. Here's some really beautiful ruby and pearl. Oh wait, I didn't really show you. This is a beautiful rose embossed cardstock, and then I just had some fun with my sprays. There's mica mist on here and some others. It definitely sparkles. And then just some ribbons and trims. And then in the pocket on the other side, this is a little hand stamped tag. And then just some more beautiful papers and a little birdie, a journaling card for you to play with and journal. This is some vintage photo album paper, and I used it to do the spraying on, and then I just love the texture. It'd be really fun to write on here. It's stamped really beautifully. So I added that to all the books, and then I just did some hand stamping there, Sam Poole, and this is just a little blossom. Here's some more Maggie Holmes paper with some sorry embroidered ribbon up here. Very floral, again, just trying to inspire you. And also, too, just to have a place to put your photos and catalog your memories, your story. I did have a lot of fun die cutting tags and things for this book, and then just adding some beautiful papers for you to journal and tell your story on. And then this I left open on the side here so that you can easily put things in here and take them out. And then just a gorgeous piece of embroidered lace. I did put a little sparkly bit on there. Outside of the giant jewelry piece on the cover, there's not a whole lot of charms in this book because I want it to be more of like a workbook for you to add stuff to. Here's a fun icebox roll recipe just from a vintage book, some gorgeous graph paper, some beautiful text weight aqua paper, sketchbook paper. And then here's another little pocket here. I kept it open so you can add, this would be a fun place to add pictures. If you have pictures that are sitting in an envelope, it'd be really fun to take them out and put them in a beautiful little pocket like this. And so I left that open. Again, more William Morris papers, book pages, more wallpaper tabs. Some of my really fun pink paper. I love that paper. Vintage writing paper, vintage music paper. And then I did add a collection of fun, like vintage Rolodex. There's more dictionary. This is desktop graph paper. And then these fun memo papers I just flipped upside down because I love this part here. I did stitch along the top and then just added a pretty piece of lace up top there just because it's delicate and pretty. And I thought this would be a fun place for you to maybe jot down poems, or, you know, all these papers are for you to create on and to write. So again, these books are meant for, you know, for you to use to have fun. Maybe you want to paint some fun little swatches on the music paper, that sort of thing. And then on this side here is another collection of fun things. So just clipped on with this fun paper clip. I'm going to take everything off both sides so you can see. And it's also this the center of the signature. And each book has a really pretty floral, I don't know the name of this book, but it's a really beautiful illustrated garden book. And so the pink books I used also this really fun golden twine, which is really fun. I also used that on the washi sample, which is in here somewhere, right here. I love this trim. I wish I had it in more colors. That I got at the scrap place. There's a vintage, well, I don't know if it's vintage, but there's a recycled scrapbook place where people donate their art supplies in Ann Arbor, and it's so fun to go there because there's just everything there. Here is just a beautiful piece of lavender card that I embossed, and so I put that there. Then I made these envelopes out of some scrapbook paper that I had. This is really fun. I really had fun making this for you. Again, some more swatches, some sparklies. I did stamp Beautiful Story and the Beautiful Cameo. I stamped also on here this beautiful rose. And then on the inside, I made some stationery. And all I did was just stamp this rose on some beautiful paper. And so I just think that's so pretty. I'll probably do this more in my books because I just love it. It's so delicate and handmade, and I love that. And then you can put a whole bunch of more things in here. This is a very, very nice cardstock here. I think it's Bo Bunny. Not quite sure, but anyway, I love the hint of lavender as well. I always love a little bit of lavender in my books. And so when you flip that over, I'm going to put the paper clip back on so you can see. I also put on the other side here another piece of embossed floral paper for you, and that's a nice big piece. And then I had to give you some beauties, and so I thought these ladies were definitely at a spring event going by their dresses. This is one of my favorite images. I just love the dresses they are wearing. Could definitely be going to an Easter parade or, I don't know, a picnic outside in the springtime. So I added them, and it's a good size too. For you to play with and to just admire their dresses like I do. I love that image. And then a really pretty chapter 1 garden card, or journaling card. And I love the way that, I just love this whole collection of things. That was really fun to make. And then just more tabs, the other side of the music paper, writing paper. And then on the pink paper, I added more stuff for you to play with. I'm going to take everything off so you can see. The first thing I made, or the first thing I wanted you to have, was a big piece of watercolor paper. So this is Canson watercolor paper. And then a really beautiful piece of antique papery paper. And what I love is there's all kinds of florals on here. If you wanted to maybe start a garden, you wanted roses. I just love the florals, the butterfly. These are all just for inspiration. Little pops of hot pink for color. And then another embossed piece of cardstock for you to paint or maybe write a secret note inside. It's got a really pretty embossed floral design on there. And then I just kind of wrapped these around for you to have like that. And then on the other side, I used the little, I don't know what these are called, a bull clip maybe? I don't know. I like the little ones like this because they're very strong. They'll hold a lot of stuff, but they're not huge and bulky. And then, of course, some more really beautiful rose wallpaper for you to play with. This is one of my favorite ones. And they're both a matte finish, so they're not shiny. I just love them. This would be a very easy little design for you to try to paint if you were learning how to paint. Yeah, and then you can flip these down to take away some of the bulk as well. So... again, more book pages. Here's the other side of the little folder. This one I did die cut this gorgeous Tim Holtz wallpaper as like a little label. I stitched on some of my favorite embroidered ribbon here. Oh, am I in frame? I hope so. Oops, sorry. I need to get a better desk. This is my desk, so I have everything on here. So it's kind of hard to video, but we make do. So anyway, the other side of the sketchbook paper, although you can watercolor on here as well. And then just the other side of the writing papers. And then here's another collection of goodies for you. Again, I'm going to take everything off because I love to do double-sided goodies. Okay, so This was the other side of the recipe paper, and so I came across these really fun recipe cards. They're vintage, and I just love them. I love the bread and honey on the cover. So I gave you one of those, and then I did, in case you do bake, a little doily, because all baked goods always look so pretty on a doily. Although I did work for a chef once who hated doilies. That's kind of funny. Let's see what else. Another really beautiful piece of 1930s wallpaper. And then one of my favorite images of Mother Mary on here, because I just think you could definitely use this for a prayer journal as well. And then on the other side, because I like to have back-to-back, another collection of really pretty wallpapers for you. Beautiful, oops, that's upside down, vintage rose, another beautiful floral. This is probably from the 40s, maybe 40s or 50s for sure. And then this is one of my favorite rose papers, and Mary would look so pretty on there if you were doing a prayer journal. I always like to make sure I add the rose. And I did receive a comment too, because I always try to put Mary with roses. Yes. And then I punched out some more Tim Holtz wallpaper, and so you can write on the back of that. And then I made this really pretty, when I was planning out these journals, I kind of went through my stash. Again, that's what inspired me, was making the little collection of things for my buyer. But I came across, just like my, sorry, I'm just getting rid of that string. I just went through and found like all my really lovely things, and so I wanted to have a little bit of all my lovely things. And so, oh, excuse me, these two fabrics are part of my lovely collection. And just so inspiring. Again, even just that little rose right there would be a really fun thing for you to sketch or draw or even just enjoy. And then I put this pretty lace. It's sort of like a netting, which is one of my favorite types of lace. And then Carol, if you're watching, these beautiful little embroidered flowers are from her. Beautiful lady who gifted me the most incredible collection of things. So yeah, so this, and oh, sorry. So I stitched these on a little piece of cardstock here. But again, they could be taken apart and just enjoyed, or again, you could just keep them as you journal and just enjoy how pretty the little things are. And then on this side here, these really fun, gorgeous vintage envelopes. And so I attached the envelope. So this won't come off, but I'm going to show you how this works. So it's just a flip. And then inside the envelope, well, first I did a little stamp, oh, excuse me, of a little birdie. And then inside I put some scrapbook paper. This is one of my favorite ones for spring. It's so pretty. So a nice big card of that for you to journal on. And then this is the stationery that came with the envelopes. As you can see, it matches. And I just love it. It came in this beautiful box that has this beautiful floral pattern on it. So I gave you a piece of that to tell a story of some kind. And this is a very sturdy envelope, which is why I did it as a flip. I wouldn't have made it a flip if it wasn't sturdy. So you can add pictures in here, more papers, letters, plus you have this really fun background to add pictures to, or florals. I love florals on the black and white, or any stripe really. I'm a big fan of stripes and florals. So you have that, and then I made some more stationery because I really loved the way the first one came out. And so I made, what did I make here? I made 2 of the larger butterfly and then 1 of the 3 little butterflies. And I just really enjoyed This would be such a nice gift if you have rubber stamps. Just grab yourself a little memo pad and make stationery. It's so pretty, and you can make it custom, you know. Maybe you have like your initial, you could make that, or if you have an alphabet stamp, you could, you know, do initials of a friend. It's really fun. And then on the envelope, I embossed this cute, I don't know if you can see the gold, but this cute little gold frame. And then I just stamped the little butterfly in the frame. And I love that. And these little frames I'm going to be trying to using more because they're so cute. I just love them. And then this is the other side of the Maggie Holmes paper. So what I did was I stitched a butterfly on the envelope tab behind a little doily, and then I attached this really beautiful taffeta ribbon, and the ribbon goes across, and so the envelope isn't glued down, it's only glued on top of the ribbon. Let me show you how that works. I did give you a Prima tag. So you have the whole length of the page to add stuff to, right? Does that make sense? So it's only glued right here because I didn't want you to lose any space. If I glued all of this down, again, because this envelope is so well made, it allowed me to do that. And then I fussy cut this really pretty flower. I think that's a peony, which my sister's yard has the most beautiful pink peonies ever. I can't wait to go over there when they bloom. And then here's the other side of the vintage scrap photo album paper. I did stamp a little bunny on there. A lot of stamping in here. There's samples, stamps. And then the other side of the sprayed embossed paper. Here's the other side of the wrapping paper. And I put some fun tassel trim on there. I did fussy cut a little teacup. Kind of stop, have a cup of tea, do your journaling, have some fun. Forget about whatever is going on in the world, because today's times are so much all the time. Just to stop and enjoy like a beautiful floral fabric, or just, you know, get lost in the colors and the images. You could forget about everything. When I'm journaling and making journals, I'm not thinking about anything going on in the world. I'm just thinking about beauty and how fun it would be to play with my fabrics and iron them and things like that. I love journaling for that. I love making books for that as well. To just have, you know, textures and papers and colors that are just so pretty to kind of take you away. And they definitely do that for me. And I have heard from people that it does for them as well. And I love that. I just, yeah. Comment down below if you're someone who loves to just kind of turn off the news and everything and just look at beautiful things and, you know, forget about everything and just enjoy beauty all around you. And so I don't know, these are both vintage, or at least this one is. It might even be, you know, the grain cloths. I don't know. This is from eBay and it's from a long time ago. I don't have a lot of it, but it's so spring and so pretty. You can see there's little tulips in it. This one might be more modern, but it's so gorgeous. Anything wildflowers and I'm in. So I gave you those. And then on this side, because of the paper clip, you know, I like to do the back to back. I have a really pretty lavender one, and the same thing. I'm sure this is vintage. This one as well, little calicos. And then I did, again, just sew a little fabric covered button on there and then attached it to a piece of card. You can journal on the back, you can clip the button, and then you have the fabrics to play with, or you can just keep it like this, a sweet little journaling card. But I love adding the textiles and the wallpapers and the card. and for you to have like just plenty of papers and things to write on, and you know, that's, I might be repeating myself, but you know, I like to give you a lot of things to play with. Okay, so here's the other side of that gorgeous embossed card, and it's just a really pretty piece of white cardstock. And so I made it a little pocket. It's actually a double pocket using my favorite blue. I stitched around. Of course, it wouldn't be complete without a little Marie Antoinette. And I gave her a blue gingham bow, and she's got a little sparkly piece on there here. Again, another little die cut tag, really fun. Some embroidered florals. Another, this is a Tim Holtz wallpaper that I die cut this fun tag out of. And that goes right in there. And then this is some more Tim Holtz botanical papers, which I love. And I put that behind here. So very floral. Aren't these gorgeous? I just love the vintage botanicals. Just love. I wish I had a whole package of this paper. I would love that. Again, the other side of the William Morris and the vellum, the gorgeous Anna Griffin, beautiful florals. And then here's the back page. See how much stuff you can fit in one book. Okay, so here you can see the beautiful striped paper, and it's been stitched all along, all around. Here's the back, again, the same as the cover, and the blue books are different, which I'll show you. And then on the back, using one of these clips, again, I think these are binder clips or something. These are from Hobby Lobby, and they're very sturdy. So I gave you, again, just another gorgeous piece of Anna Griffin card. One of my favorite wallpapers of all time. And you can see the printing on here, like the block printing and the paint. It's so great. It's gorgeous paper. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. It's actual paper. Like, it's wallpaper, but it's paper. It's gorgeous. So I love these two together too. So pretty. You could do so many projects with these two papers. This is one of my favorite papers of hers. And then I had to end with another scrap tag of mine. And so this one is stitched. So the one on the cover is not stitched. I wanted to give you an example of both. So if you wanted to make tags out of all of your papers, you have to you know, be inspired by. And then this one is covered on the back, and I made a little pocket, which I'm going to show you in a sec. But I just wanted to show you the two differences, okay? And then let me put these back so you can see. And also too, I kind of wanted this to be like a little clipboard. So maybe once you use all these papers, you still have the clip here. And maybe you bought some papers and things that you have from your stash and you want to add them to the back here. You still have the clip to do that. I did give you a little number tag because those are just fun. And then on the back here, again, I just did some hand stamping, made this a little pocket and a little pink tag because I love the pink. And then look at this teeny tiny envelope. It's so fun. If you follow me, you might have seen, like, I've just been enjoying the little things like this. I don't know why. I just, there's like a miniature artist in me somewhere. Probably because I grew up making dolls. But I just thought that was so fun for Easter. It's a little bunny in there. So you could put like a little, you know, a secret little wish, or I don't know. I just thought it was fun. And then I also added another piece of the insertion trim up here. So it's just like a pretty white eyelet. So that concludes the flip through. I'm going to show you the blue real quick, just so you can see the inside papers and the differences. And that's it. We'll be done. These are listed in my Etsy shop. This is the tag for the cover of this one. So these are listed in my Etsy shop right now. I did put a sale I have one shoe left, I think. So if that was something that you wanted to go check out, you could go check that out. I wanted you to see the difference in the tags. Again, you can go buy the jewelry piece on the cover if that was one that you loved. They all come tied with the twine, which I really love because they are busy. They have a lot going on, but they are all generally the same. So they all have the blue clip, and I will show you the tag, but they all have the same embellishments. Yeah. So this is the jewelry piece for this one. This is the tag for this one. The blue has this blue, so there's two blue ones. Both blue ones have this blue, I forget the name of this fabric, but I use it all the time. But again, you can see they all have the same embellishments. And then the back tag for this one is this. They all have the little bunny backing paper the same, but the scraps are different. So that's that one. And again, the pictures have the covers, so you'll be able to see which is which. So yeah, I was saying these are already listed in my Etsy shop. If you saw on Instagram, I did the reel, and then the video usually takes a little while. So if you were waiting to see this video, the listings are already up. They're already in my Etsy shop, and I'll put a link down below. So here's the scrap tag for this one. I love them all. They're all different in terms of the scraps, but I loved making these books. I absolutely loved making the little scrap, or not scrap, but the little embellishments for my buyer, and I know she loved them too. And so it was just really fun to make these with that in mind. And so hopefully the next collection of books will be coming soon, but I really just love working in a journal like this, using the different papers and the embellishments. It's just such a fun way to clear my mind and kind of get lost in the colors and the textures of everything. So thank you all so much for watching. I know this might have been a long video, sorry about that, but leave a comment down below if you have any questions at all. Follow me on Instagram at Under the Night Moon if you do already. Thank you. Of course, subscribe to my channel. Here is always helpful, and just your comments and everything have been really beautiful, and I love each and every one of you. I truly do. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.